And then somehow all of this leads to a meme
Yeah.
that all over the internet.
And they're both like,
And we're just staring. I was there from the outside.
Hi, we're the cast of the Umbrella Academy.
And we are going to attempt to recap some moments from the show.
This is previously on Umbrella Academy.
So I think we pick up with, well, you weren't there.
oh yeah.
Plot point number one. Yes.
43 women out of nowhere give birth
Yes.
despite showing no signs of pregnancy. Then this billionaire, almost like an Elon Musk meets Howard Hughes, goes and purchases 7 of them.
How much do you want for it?
Discovers that there's some sort of power going on with these children and creates a superhero group. Not only that, forcing them to go fight, he sells comic books and merchandise.
He never names them. With season 1, we pick up with all of the siblings who are now estranged, finding out that dear old Reggie has met his maker and that we are all being called home for his funeral.
At this funeral, where everybody's gathered, you see a sickly 13-year-old version of me jump through the sky and land, and I'm like,
Yeah, so to C5 was a shocker that he has been lost in the apocalypse for 40 plus years.
I play a character called Number 5. He is a 58-year-old time-traveling assassin. You see him time travel by way of these little teleportations.
I play Victor Hargreeves, number 7, who has the ability with emotion and frequency and sound, essentially like turning that into mass amounts of power and energy.
I play Allison Hargreaves, number 3. Her power is the power of influence. I heard a rumor. You punched yourself in the face.
I come back to my apartment.
I feel like this is the pilot.
And you're...
I know.
That's when 5 says...
The world ends in 8 days. I have no idea how to stop it.
Dun dun dun.
And then I
Victor
say...
says,
I'll put on a pot of coffee.
Oh.
you're all caught up. Go watch season 4 on stage.
Klaus gets abducted by 2 lunatics in masks, Hazel and Cha-Cha.
They torture him.
They torture him and he starts...
Unsuccessfully.
Oh, and he spooks them with his power of the ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's called the Seance. He can conjure up ghosts.
Yeah, but the baddie of the season is Peabody, who you make the mistake of falling in love with.
Oh, yes.
Wow, really?
Falling in love's a little dramatic, maybe. Well, he's giving violin lessons, and Leonard Peabody's coming over, and meanwhile, Victor feels very disconnected from his family. Allison actually has been kind of mean to him, quite frankly, is basically like, have you ever even been in a relationship? Do you even have friends?
Wow.
Ooh.
Victor's a little like, no, I haven't.
Also, you are not to judge because, I'm sorry, who is falling in love with her brother?
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
enough.
So
Touché.
Allison
Touché.
and Luther, adopted, fine, but brother and sister nonetheless are falling in love. And that
maybe
was
have always been in
so
love.
good to watch. Oh my God.
Well, then we find out that Peabody is like a super fan, remember? And he's got all the like trinkets and things
Yeah.
in his attic.
Oh,
takes away
that
yeah.
Allison's
Creepy.
fine.
Takes away Victor's medication, which
Yes.
granted does maybe let Victor connect with himself more in a certain way, but also not, obviously, does this without Victor's consent and knowledge, and it doesn't go so well.
I don't trust him.
You don't trust him.
Something is amiss here.
You've also-
And you didn't care.
Yeah.
And so you decided to slash my throat with your violin bow.
Sort of an accident.
Was it?
Allison realizes that she, because of Reginald, was essentially made to trick Victor into thinking that he never had any powers, and comes to that realization, leads to huge fight between us.
I heard a rumor.
Ultimately go to like apologize and to talk to Luther and whatnot, but then
Luther puts you in a cage?
Yeah, in the
He,
like a vault. In a vault.
it's not good. I'm not.
yeah. He like captures you.
I did slit her throat.
But you're
How
in
did you get out of
cage,
it?
like
I have I'm
the
literally
house comes crumbling down.
Yeah.
because I'm
That's
having
right.
basically an emotional
Yes.
like breakdown of some kind, and that
And an
mixed
awakening.
with everything.
The whole house comes crumbling
And then
down.
that's it. Victor,
And then you decide to
Victor
go do a concert.
starts turning into straight up white violin.
The family tries to stop you. You're not having any of it. Oh yeah, you like suspend Klaus.
All of you, right? You're all up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put us all on wires in the little green screen. We're like,
Yeah, it's great. 5, Luther and Klaus are all suspended in the air, and then Allison walks in with a gun and shoots close to you to like break the connection that you're having with noise waves and sound waves and things. Oh, and then there's like a final beam explosion.
And then the moon comes barreling towards us, Thanos style.
And then Victor collapses to the ground in Allison's arms. You have the final heroic moment.
I do a little superhero power up and, blink us out into the 1960s, which is season 2. At the end of season 1, what happens is you guys all get scattered at different points in the 1960s.
Oh,
and we
yes.
think we're alone. And
Yeah.
5 gets there last, which is why I can't help at all. And Swedish people are chasing us.
The Swedes.
The Swedes.
The Swedes.
The milk
with those
with the
cats.
milk.
Yeah.
They're hired by the
they want-
handler to find us
Yes,
all.
I play Lila Pitts. She has the power of being a mirror to whatever power you have. So she's basically everyone's power, but better. Lila's actually undercover. The handler is her mum.
What?
Yes.
We skipped 7 episodes, but I love this.
I know, that's why I was like,
The siblings, after many years for some of them and a lot of searching, they all end up finding each other and they meet at this tiki restaurant to meet with their father. And again, it doesn't go well.
Luther rips off his shirt.
Oh my god, yes,
Love doing it. It's great.
this to me! Check, please. Couldn't keep a straight face for the whole day. Never forget.
But we're
Except I
talking
did.
to 1960s Reg, who doesn't know that he adopts us in the 80s.
Yes.
He's a mysterious person. He's actually
He thinks
an
we're
alien in the show.
lunatics.
What would possess me to adopt 7 ill-mannered malcontents?
So the reason that we all go to the tiki bar is to get Reggie to help us stop the assassination of JFK, because that is what has set this timeline all wackadoodle.
We think he's there.
We
on
think
the
he's also
grassy
there,
knoll.
the grassy knoll with the
what's up
umbrella.
That's impossible. Clearly, it's not.
We want answers. He doesn't give them to us, per usual.
And kills these 12 men that they meet at the tiki bar.
Why does he kill 12 men at the tiki bar?
Because it's the 12 men I think that they're sort of looking for.
They're looking for-
Yeah, these are the guys that apparently organized everything that happens in the world.
Our little Kennedy problem is solved.
Like they are sort of,
Oh, yeah, the big
Like a
old
shadow
elites.
government.
So then Reginald reveals that he's no part of this assassination of JFK, but is an alien, from outer space.
I play Diego, number 2, and my power is knives.
I play Klaus, number 4, and my power is not dying and being scared of ghosts.
I play Luther, number 1, and my power is strength and resilience.
Diego is there with you guys, saving Victor, and then you consolidate Victor. JFK by that point gets killed.
At the same time, I'm trying to negotiate life with 2 number 5s, an old 5 and a young 5, who have found each other.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going through the flatulence, and I'm trying to negotiate how I'm going to deal with the situation, because the old 5 has said we need to kill young 5 for this all to
He was great.
be righted.
we find out about 5 having this paradox psychosis thing,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
where he farts loads.
You're getting paranoid. Oh, am I?
Okay, let's roll.
And then somehow all of this leads to a meme
Yeah.
we've seen all over the internet where we're looking at each other and people love it.
Wait, I've not seen it.
Yeah.
You've not seen it?
Us staring at each other, and then it's
As
just,
the cars drive by?
And they're both like,
and we're just staring. I wish they were from the outside. I bring a kid back to life at some point.
Oh my god.
oh yes,
Wow.
that's the whole story. That's the main story.
Yeah, and that's the end of season 2.
Wait, hold on, hold on, okay?
He nailed it.
I kidnap Diego and I take him to the handler and I'm
Yeah.
like, he's now gonna work for us, Mom.
So she kidnaps me. She says, Mom, this is my boyfriend. Big cliffhanger. Followed by, they sit me down at the commission and they talk me through this infomercial. Then I escape, and then I find Ken Hall,
Who was our motion capture pogo.
Pogo. I tell him to show me what happens at the JFK assassination.
And at that point, Alison and I are trying to bust Victor out of the CIA. where the CIA have drugged Victor with LSD to try to get him to tell the truth. For some reason, it's snowing in Dallas.
We're in a barn and Harlan's powers are spiraling and created a snowstorm. And then at that same time, the handler turns up with Lila.
And loads of
all these commissioned assassins. Then we run away, so we're all getting shot. Then you stop bullets for the first time.
Yeah, and Five turns back time to save all of us because the handler comes and kills all of us, kills her, and then Lila zaps out with a briefcase and angry, and we're sad, I'm sad. And then we zap to the academy, and then we meet this emo boy.
I play Ben Hargreaves, number 6, and I have tentacles that come
What is
out
your
of my
power?
body.
You got tenties.
Tenties.
Tenties coming out of your belly.
Or my back.
We think we're back in our timeline and we...
He says, who are these sexy mofos?
Who the hell are these? Umbrella Academy.
With a different haircut.
This is the Sparrow Academy.
The rest of the cast will do season 3. We
Hopefully better than we did.
We're gonna pick up from where those other Umbrella losers left off because they ran out of time.
We won't.
So we're introduced to season 3 with a standoff between the Umbrellas and the Sparrows. The Sparrows have no idea why the Umbrellas are there. And suddenly, we get into a footloose dance-off.
Yeah, and we do this whole footloose dance.
Big footloose.
And then only to realize that that's Diego's deepest secret, that he wants to be
just
like
wants
Kevin
everyone to-
Bacon. And then we get on a massive fight because the Sparrows and the Umbrellas are together in that timeline. The Kugelblitz begins.
What the hell is a Kugelblitz?
Oh yeah.
Creates the Kublets.
Sort of like a time boil in the basement of the Umbrella Academy. Yeah, so I go down to the basement to visit dear old Reginald, but alternative timeline Reginald, who goes around all medicated in a dressing gown, and then come across the Kugelblitz. Oh, and then robot mom Grace starts worshipping the Kugelblitz as some sort of god.
The light of the Lord is too much for mere mortals.
And giving it offerings and stuff.
Stanley shows up, who is a little snarky kid.
I'm not here to stick around, just doing a quick little drop-off.
Of what?
Our son.
Obviously, at first, Diego is very reluctant to accept this kid, but then Lila disappears, so now he has to deal with him.
And then you lumber Stanley with me.
In the elevator.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh,
you
that's
gotta
true.
go. You gotta look after him because I've got to go do.
Oh, you know what? I go because
Obsidian.
Allison, she's a loose cannon, and I go to take care of Allison, and I lump Stanley with you.
Yeah.
Hey, you missed a spot.
Yeah, well, you missed a spot on your face, and I'm not complaining.
I get kidnapped by the Sparrows and Luther and Sloane start making eyes. I get sort of Stockholm syndrome of the Sparrow Academy and I'm like blown away by their facilities.
Quick, doesn't it?
Is that cashew butter?
Cashew butter, almond butter, sunflower butter, tahini, Brazil nut.
He loves it. He's looking for every opportunity to go back.
Yeah, the food is great.
The food was great. Really was. The buffet that we put on was excellent. And then I come back and none of you lot have even realised I've been kidnapped.
Wait, did none of you notice?
No, but you come back with goodies.
But I come back with a goodie bag.
Yeah.
Excellent hosts.
He's surveilling. He's trying to get Sloane to surveillance Luther, isn't he?
Right.
We're trying to find out what's happened to Marcus.
And you want to be number one.
Marcus
Ben is
disappeared.
confused because Marcus has disappeared, and then we figure out that this Kugelblitz exists because we follow Mom down into the basement.
And then we all agree to meet at the hotel Oblivion, or Obsidian at
But
that
that happens before that.
Oh, does it?
Because you guys believe, the Sparrows believe that the Umbrellas murdered Marcus.
Right.
Yeah.
So we
And so
decide
you all
to
meet.
We meet at Hotel Obsidian,
Obsidian.
and then you guys kill my siblings.
Well, we don't.
Victor kills loads.
Oh,
of
Victor
Victor's,
and
what's his face? It's
kills-
Harlan. Old Harlan does it.
Yeah.
He comes in
He
and
does it
wipes
like
them all out.
And they're just
Old
their faces
Harlan
are
does it.
completely.
That was
disintegrate.
gruesome. I had
Very
to walk
gruesome.
in on that scene and it was like
Oh, God, yeah.
really lifelike, horrible, faceless, dead versions of poor
Yeah.
Alfonso and Jamie.
What was
on
the
floor.
what was the word, the line you said, which had me and Emmy in stitches? Heavens to Betsy!
Yeah.
Heavens to Betsy.
Heavens to Betsy, what did you do?
I remember Cassie kept saying, "I wish they used a prettier
Dead body.
Oh, dead body.
No face.
No, I was going to say a prettier one. My
I want it
God.
to be more symmetrical.
And then Allison finds out that Harlan killed all of our mommies.
Stan murders me with a crossbow.
Luther and Sloane get married, and there's a big wedding.
At the end of the world.
We know that the end of the world is coming, but we decide to have the wedding anyway.
So, yeah, have a
because
party.
you've got to celebrate life. The Kugelblitz is about to surge and blow everything up, and then the plan is to try and contain the Kugelblitz inside Christopher. And then we think that works. We think that the plan has worked, and we have a big party where you dance to Queen, and the one bites the dust.
And then someone cheers as Christopher, don't they? And the whole thing explodes, everyone kills everyone.
That's right. Luther goes to try and make amends with Reggie before the end of the world, and in doing so, he gets stabbed by his alien stabby thing.
A big alien machete comes out of nowhere.
Allison and Reginald sort of sign it's like a secret pact that 5 sees, and then 5 has to confront her. And then we decide to go into the pachinko machine that opens up to go into the
White Buffalo suite.
Sounds like a Vegas slot machine.
Goes into the Oblivion Hotel.
Goes to Hotel Oblivion,
Which Diego and Lila had already been in there. Diego
And then
got his
they-
finger
yeah.
cut off there.
That's
and
right.
you guys have to fight the Guardians, these big, huge samurai lads made of cockroaches.
And then we see each other in the void. Because
you're dead.
You just killed yourself to survive the apocalypse.
That was a cool shot, me flying slow
flying
motion
into
through the air.
getting impaled.
Wow.
So we're in the void watching telly there, and then you basically make me bring
Go
you
back.
back. And somehow we end up popping up in the Hotel Oblivion.
And then I come back into it through you, see Sloane for the last time, and then I disappear for what seemingly is for good and disappear into the ether.
And then Alison resets reality so that she's with her little daughter and her 1960s husband. And also, Luther, you're alive.
I'm alive and my body is normal.
I look amazing.
But we've got no powers other than the power of armpit farting.
I go searching for Sloane somewhere.
I go chasing after you.
Lila and Diego go start a life.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
Live our lives.
One big thing is that Lila confesses that Stan is not Diego's kid, but actually has a little bread in the oven.
At the end, we pan up from what is a Reginald Hargreeves head statue, and we realise that we're in a Hargreaves tower.
The whole city is
Yeah,
like
the whole city.
Hargreaves.
Yeah,
It's like
Hargreaves
he's
City.
monopolised the
Yeah,
whole
it's like
place.
a-
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
Abigail and Hargreaves
Are together.
and Abigail is alive. He's reset a new timeline or a new world.
And that catches you up. And that catches you up on the first 3 seasons of The Umbrella Academy before season 4 hits
What will
all of
happen?
you at home.
Who knows?
Ooh.